To the story of that proposed silica mine near Hopevale. So essentially there's a resources company called Diatreme, which is behind this project, which is called the Galalar Silica Project, and they have received support from the Hopevale Congress, which is the native title body corporation for that area. But another Cape York Aboriginal corporation is rejecting the claims that it has support from traditional owners. Frankie Deemal is from the Yuwaal Warra Aboriginal Corporation, and he says that only a select few people in his clan have even been privy to the negotiations.
The reason why I don't support it is we don't know too much about it, because over the years what Diatreme has done was only negotiate with a certain member within the Deemal family, and we don't know the details.
Diatreme is saying it does have support from native title holders, but you're saying that's because they've only been speaking to one person and that they work with the Hopevale Congress. What do you make of that?
The Congress representative of my clan is a bloke called Ivan Deemal. He is also the CEO of the Congress, the PBC, the native title body. So, I mean, he's in a serious conflict of interest. So when they say they got the best interest of the traditional owners at heart, that is not entirely true. When there is a native title, either a determination or a win in the court, in the federal court, that particular native title determination, under the Native Title Act, you then got to have what they call a prescribed body corporate, a PBC, that will hold the title for that particular grant of land. Now, in Hopevale's case, because it's 13 different clans, they have a PBC called the Congress of Clans. And each clan votes amongst themselves for their particular representative on the Congress. Now, in my case, in the Thiithaarr case, in that clan's case, Ivan is the clan representative and is also the CEO of Congress. If that is not conflicting, I don't know what is, because he then can say he has the full support of his clan. And quite clearly, I'm telling you different.
And Frankie, so have you spoken to Ivan Deemal about your concerns with this project?
Ivan Deemal is a bloke that you can't talk to. He's a hard-headed bloke.
And he obviously hasn't come to you with any information about it then?
Never has.
Are there other traditional owners in the Thiithaarr people that also would not have had a say here?
Yes, of course.
How many are we talking?
Oh, we're talking lots of people.
But you are taking a stand on this issue. Do you know if there are many others who are doing the same?
Oh, my corporation is.
That's the Yuwaal Warra Aboriginal Corporation, which was only just established just this year. Was that primarily to fight this mine?
Well, it was to give other people a say, because everybody else was locked out of any kind of dialogue, any kind of say. And that was the reason why. And what has been uncovered is absolutely appalling, what these people have done. In Hopevale today, there was a public meeting discussing this particular proposed mine, and I can clearly say that the community is dead set against it. Now, one of the reasons, and it's a massive reason as to why the community is upset and why it is a big concern for my clan, it is a textbook exercise in how not to conduct a mining operation or a proposed mining operation. Where's the cultural heritage survey? Where's the environmental impact assessment? Where is the social impact? Where is all the studies about all that? There's nothing like that.
Diatreme might argue that all of those reports, cultural heritage, the EIS, are still to come, that this is still early stages. What's your understanding of how far this project has progressed?
Well, how can they claim that they have received all the go-ahead from the traditional clan when none of those things has happened? Presumably, if you want to mine somewhere, the first thing is that the traditional owners of that particular area have to culturally clear it, where they can and can't go, and all of those kinds of impacts. And then you've got to do all the different kinds of studies. You've got to study the biology, the zoology, the botany, the cultural heritage. You've got to do all that. And I know they're saying that, oh, no, they will come. But like most of their story, it will come. So we're waiting.
Frankie Deemal, when did you first find out about this project?
I first found out about the project a long time ago. But, it was, remember that Diatreme first came to the village in 2008. So it's been 12 years ago. And they've been mostly negotiating or operating with Ivan Deemal. Now, Ivan Deemal is one person. He's not the repository of all Kukiyimidr knowledge or Thiithaarr knowledge. And he's not the cultural attaché. He just happens to be Thiithaarr rep. And then he also has that other hat that he's the CEO of Congress. The community is concerned on two parts. And I 100% endorse their concern. The first concern is this particular project will impact on all the abutting clans to my clan. And they have a request for a large area of land that is going to impact upon a lot of other clans. Now, if you asked all of those different clans, they haven't been spoken to. They are absolutely concerned about what will happen, firstly, to their native title and to their clan estates. But secondly, and just as importantly, they're concerned about the social impact on the community of Hopevale and Cooktown. What will a project like that bring? And they have thousands of questions to answer. But if they got the right man pulling the strings, they don't have to answer one.
Representatives of Diatreme have never sat down at a community meeting and addressed different questions and concerns that the community might have?
You can never get any answers from them. They will never mind. They will sell off their interest more than likely to Chinese companies. But Diatreme they can't answer these questions because they're not a mining company. For them, it will be quite lucrative if they can satisfy all of the regulatory requirements, like cultural heritage, like environmental impact assessments, like social impact assessments. If they got people in their corner who is batting for them, well, they will overcome that.
That is Frankie Deemal there, speaking from the Aboriginal Corporation in the area, which is known as Yuwaal Warra. So we did get a response also from Diatreme that said it was early days yet and they're committed to a thorough engagement process to let everyone have their say. They're saying that there are still many meetings with the broader community that are required and are being planned for coming months, along with briefings to the various affected groups and parties. Also, they say that meetings with many of the regionally interested parties have actually been going on for some years regarding the project, progress briefings, and they also say they have been granted the Queensland Government approval to undertake the voluntary EIS and have commenced statutory consultation on the draft terms of reference as well. They say the Hopevale Congress has been identified as an infected person under the EP Act. And so there are about 200 people or organisations that have been individually approached for comment on this process, and they say in short that everyone will have their say and will be heard appropriately. Diatreme say they're committed to this process being transparent and observable as a responsible corporate citizen.